Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for Wednesday, December 24th. It is Christmas Eve and we're starting the holidays today at noon with the grain and electronic trade closing. We will not reopen the markets until Friday morning at 8:30, so we'll have a little bit of a stretch here after today's close of no grain and oilseed trade. We are a little bit easier in the overnight session. We have the wheat market down around 1 to 2 cents, the corn market unchanged at down a penny. The bean market's down around 4 cents, meal market's down $1, and the soybean oil market's down around 15 points. Really don't have anything much in the way of fresh news. Everything as far as news flow goes is status quo of what we have been seeing. In the wheat market, we continue to contend with Russia as far as if they are or are not going to continue their exports. There still is no official announcement from their government, but the trade continues to believe that those export supplies will be limited going forward. And as a result, the trade has been piling on net long positions in the wheat market. The only problem going forward is the U.S. going to receive any benefit from these export restrictions, as currently the U.S. is running well behind projections as far as exports go. Time will tell on it, but nonetheless, once again, no fresh developments there, with the Russian situation still being the main lead story. In corn, we continue to see a build of money flow to the long side by the speculator. Continues to get supportive news from all fronts, be it either in the export arena, be it in the feed usage numbers, and or be it in corn use for ethanol. We will get an ethanol number coming out later on this morning. Last night we had a quarterly hogs and pigs report come on out. Those numbers were larger than trade estimates, so it continues to keep somewhat of a bid underneath the feed usage category for the corn market. And then for the soybeans, it's now versus later. We continue with the good demand for beans out of the U.S., exports in particular for the beans along with shipments and in conjunction with the meal. But will that continue going forward? As South America continues to look at having a good crop, weather situation right now continues to remain quite favorable. And also going forward, will the Chinese still be a steady bid underneath the market after having received a lot of bean supplies from the U.S. and finding out that their crushing margins and meal demand are not kind of following that type of importation of beans to this date? So somewhat of a little bit of a mixed call. Ethanol numbers once again later on this afternoon. Trade won't resume until Friday morning, but we'll have a delayed sales numbers not coming on out until Monday morning. All in all, we seemingly are in somewhat of a mixed upward trend in here in the marketplace, but overall, supply and demand tables going forward, if to fruition, is still somewhat of a general non-bullish environment. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Thank you.